And so, Annette, uh, you know, one of the things we wanted to chat with you about was, you are in, it's a slugfest out there when it comes to like getting good people to stay, recruiting good people. And I know, as the new CEO of American Baptist Homes in the Midwest, you still have the benefit of almost having like an outsider's perspective still to your own organization while understanding the industry at large. And so we'd love to get to know you and a little bit more about American Baptist Homes of the Midwest and where you operate. And then we'd love to get into the discussion about realistic and actionable strategies to overcome and fight the staffing shortage in senior living, because you are more Midwest based and Rob is more East Coast, so it might be some real healthy perspective there uh, from your point of view.
So, everything Rob and Eric, and I'm sure what Chris is going to say is that valuation of your employee makes a big difference. And so when I came into the organization, though, we did have I call it pool. You can call it external staffing. Before COVID, that was not an issue. And of course, COVID took the industry and put us in a really crisis situation in terms of people leaving and getting a reputation of not wanting to come into our organizations. And so coming in last year, we made intention for working on that recruiting. And as a corporate entity, we had to provide that support. We could feel the weight that all the sites were dealing with on being understaffed, or it's not probably the best word to use. They were staffed, but you got people working a lot of overtime and you got external staff in. How do we, move those people out? Because research will tell you that quality is tied to having your own employees and not having external staff in. So that was, a big intention. We had meetings, I started in May, our COO started in August, our CFO started in June, and allowing us that time to go out and see our sites, see what was going on, talk to our administrators, talk to the DONs, find out what was going on. And then, the solution is a team solution. It's not just the site solution. So as a corporate entity, we worked on hiring our recruiters, focusing where to get people, which is primarily Indeed, and then working with the sites on a easier process to get people in and through. So how do you provide those support systems for them to get to be able to stay on and retain them as employees and as valued people? So I'd say for us, we have, and over the year now that we've been working on our programs to hire our own staff, we are virtually pool free in almost all of our sites. I think we have two sites that we still struggle, and that one is in a rural site, but another one is actually in a city site in Milwaukee. But there's a lot of competition, a lot of different job opportunities, and I think that's the one thing for us as employers. We need to look at what employees are wanting as they come in. It's flexibility, it's pay on the same day, or being able to draw off your check early. So looking at what other industries are doing, bringing those into our industry, and not, it is a human has to take care of another human, but what are things, how do we create flexibility with shifts for families, with scheduling? What can we do? Who can work remote? Who really needs to be on site? And helping find, I would say this generation wants that balance, which sometimes to me is, I don't know if it's really real to actually have balance in your life. It's more like a pendulum swing at times, but helping as we recruit people in, understand our industry, see the higher value in it of connection and relationship that you don't get in other industries, but also helping as an employer with the employee, like finding that personal balance. How can they get to their kids' soccer games, or how can they get the pay, and we might not pay as much as other organizations, but how do we offer other things that are just as valuable to that employee? So I would say, like I said, this last year we've been moving towards those things. The mentoring is a very important piece of that to keep that retention up there. And I would say, American Baptist Homes, we're still on a path of retweaking and rebalancing our culture and the way we help people stay. Because I think the time of finding an employee who's going to be there 48 years is just not there. It's not that. It's a more mobile workforce, and people have way more opportunities to make money in jobs that create flexibility. You can be a YouTuber, right? You can be a podcaster.
Hey, let's do it.
So we need to evolve ourselves, and I think long-term care. I will say we need to do a better job at adjusting how we do the workforce market, and I think COVID was a catalyst for that, for us to really look at how we can do. We have some dependency, of course, on funding, but there's a lot of creativity we can do outside of that area of pay and reimbursement.